Alright, I'm starting out with a Maple Burl blank here. It's about 8 inches long and about 3.5 inches in diameter. Let's get it put in between centers and then get it trued up with the spindle gouge. So the shop move is going well. We're getting everything cleaned out. I cleaned out the back wall last weekend, and I found 3 bathroom sinks and among numerous other things. It's just crazy how much stuff is accumulated in here. We'll get a tenon put down on this. We're going to grab it in the chuck, and that way we can get it, start shaping it and get it hollowed out. Yeah, I don't know if you remember, but years ago, 15 or plus years ago, I was making these speakers, the little pod cases for speakers. So I found a bunch of those. I'm going to repurpose those for other projects. Yeah, just a ton of stuff that I have forgotten about. A lot of other projects as well. So we'll get this mounted in the chuck here. We're going to make a vase inside a vase, or make a vase outside of a vase. You might have seen these before. I've never made one, so I thought it'd be a good project. Robin found one on, I believe it was Pinterest or something, and it looked pretty cool. So I thought, I've never done one of those. It'd be a good project. So what we're basically going to do is just shape a vase on the outside, and then we will start cutting some slices into it to make another vase on the inside, so it's like a silhouette. But fun project. So I noticed a bunch of people too, before I get too far into this, that are watching and aren't subscribed. So hit subscribe, hit like on the video. We are so close to 1 million subscribers. We really appreciate it. So hit subscribe, ring that bell. All right, almost got it shaped on the outside. Then I'm gonna run through I just ran through a couple of grits because we're gonna cut into this, and I'll do a final sanding later. But I did a couple of grits just to get it kind of cleaned up a little bit before we start cutting into it. And we're gonna come into it with a parting tool and then make a silhouette in the inside. And the lathe speed's about 2,000 or so, I think. Pretty much, maybe 2,500 for about most of the project. Help support the companies that support our community. All right, so I have a little spacer there, and that way I can make these little grooves consistent, the width of them. So I'm just coming in with a parting tool, using that little spacer, marking them out with the pencil, and then coming in with the parting tool. So what I'm trying to do is create a vase shape on the inside of this vase. So when you look at it, it'll look like there's a vase inside of it. So it's a pretty neat little process, and it really does look cool when you're done. So I'm just coming straight in with the parting tool, and what I'm doing is going a little bit down, deeper on some of them, so you'll start to see the shape of the other vase. So, and you can do this any way you want. You can, just kind of come up with your own thing as far as what you want the vase on the inside to look like. You could get really creative and make it, basically any shape you want. But I wanted it to look like it was a different shape from the outside, so that when you looked at it, it was totally different than what the outside looked like. So on this, just make sure your parting tool is good and sharp. Come straight in with it. I sharpened it up a couple of times as I was going, because these are, they're not really thin, but they're getting down there. And this is a piece of maple burl, so it's not exactly solid all the way through either. So there are some little voids in it too. Maybe practice on a just straight grain piece of wood, so you kind of get down exactly what you want to do down as far as the shape goes, and then move on to something else. So you can kind of see, I'll have a picture here at the end of it where you can see it a little better, but you can kind of see how it's starting to take form in there. And I use the calipers too, just to kind of go down in gradual little steps. This right here is the neck of it, so it's the smallest part. So we're going to drill into it to hollow it out. And we're going to use a Forstner bit, so I just picked one that was a little bit smaller. And we will use that to just run a Forstner bit all the way down, and then I'll hollow out or kind of clean up the lip of it here in a second. But you don't want to pick a larger Forstner bit than the neck right there. That is the smallest point. So whatever shape you decide, just pick one, pick the smallest diameter one, and then go under that. So I put an extension on this here in a second so I can get down in there a little further. So the Forstner works great for this, especially like a vase like this where it's going to be just used for like dried flowers or something like that. You don't need to get down in there and hollow the whole thing out. Once I had that done, I just cleaned up the lip of it here just a little bit. So this is, depending on the diameter that you bring down that inside vase part, it's really thin. So take your time with this. Mine was, I don't know, 1.5 inches or so at the bottom there. So it's, be careful when you're doing this part of it, or do this part before you drill it out. So I went ahead and sanded all this up, went over all the rest of them, brought it up to 400, and then we'll go ahead and part it off. And with this, I just made the bottom little ring there the same diameter or the same width as the rest of them. We'll get this parted off and cleaned up. So I just used a sanding pad. I didn't want to try and put it back on the lathe and clean it up. The lip on it is kind of has that bark enclosure on it. So this works well. Just make sure it's nice and flat, get it all cleaned up, and then we will get some walnut oil on it. So this one, it took me quite a while to get it all soaked down. So the outside was easy. The inside, I took a Q-tip and just went through along every single ring to get it all soaked down. So, and I just ran through, just kept dripping a little bit of walnut oil in there, using the Q-tip to get both sides of it. You have to get both sides of each ring. So it took a while to get it all soaked down. There we go. It is all done. It's 7.5 inches long, 3.5 inches in diameter, and again, it is out of Maple Burl. Yeah, I haven't made one of these before. I've seen them, and Robin found one on Pinterest last week and thought it would be a cool project because I hadn't done one before, but super fun. If you're going to do one, maybe, and you haven't done it, maybe practice on some straight grain. I probably should have done a couple more of them with some straight grain before I jumped right into the Maple Burl with the voids, but it's a fun project, and I really like that natural look to it. And it's super cool how you can see the silhouette inside of that vase, but fun project. The move is going well. Got that whole back wall there cleaned off, cleaned out. Yeah, I found 3 wooden bathroom sinks buried in there. So I need to finish those or repurpose them into something, but it's going well. It's still going to be a while. Got to do electrical and get a bunch of stuff set up in there, but it's coming along. All right. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like, and ring that bell, and we will see you next time. Take care.